little Indian boy called Vishal Malhotra, and he was 8 years old. And looking at his picture, he looks like what you were sort of describing. Like he was little, he was cute. Do you remember sort of like did you ever see him smile at any point? I know there weren't fucking nothing to smile there, but
He was the cutest little boy he was.
Did he have a little sticky, one sort of little sticky out tooth up top when he smiled?
I don't know, it was tooth, yeah.
He had a what?
It was like a gap.
Like a little gap or a little sort of coming out the gum where it's a little bit higher or something. Like.
I think they like looking people.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. Yeah. No. Whatever you will put this way. He's not. I don't think he's got to be him. It's got to be him, Andrew.
But I can't say the name.
No, I know you're not. I don't expect you to say the name.
I'll just tell you how I found mine, because I know that if I was the parent of a child that's been lost,
yeah,
and that child, I'd love to go into give.
Mate, can I have your blessing to talk to the dad and say this may be a possibility of of your child. It may or may not be.
I hope that's good, but I know that when you get there to see the thing, but I think that I need to know 100% myself, before I go talk. I would want to talk. I would.
Andrew, I'd talk to him for you. You'd only have to only do something like that if you felt that you was up to it. I don't want you to feel under pressure to do anything. But what I'm saying to you is.
I know 100% that I don't know the name of the kid. I don't want to.
Well, do you mind if I contact the dad and say, look, this may or may have not be any help to you, right? But all I know is the circumstances under which his boy was taken seem to marry up with what we're being told here.
There's somebody's mother and everything that doesn't know what's happened to her son.
What's your reaction been to the news that the remains of your son have probably been found by the police?
Well, it came as a shock. I suppose I should have expected it, but
Now, I know that you went to the Isle of Wight a year ago to see Sidney Cooke in Parkhurst.
No. Oh.
What was the reason for the trip to the Isle of Wight?
Just an holiday.
Andy, come, bruv, because we might as well fuck off now if this is going to go like this, seriously.
So what did you say again?
Last year, you visited Sidney Cooke in Parkhurst on the Isle of Wight for 3.5 hours. Yes or no? I'm not going to ask you about the conversation. Did you or did you not?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, was that Fernbridge that told you to go and visit him?
I don't know. Told me to visit him, but it was.
Why did you go and visit him?
Who took you down to me?
Hang on, Chris. Who told you, right? You don't just get in to see Sidney Cooke. You don't, if I wanted to go and see Sidney Cooke, no chance. Anyone in here, no chance. You just said yes, that you went to see Sidney
I can't
Cooke.
talk about it because if you talk about that, then it's gonna. The guy will get walking free. He's due out next year, either end of this year or next year.
He won't walk free, alright? He will not walk free. All I want to know is, did Fernbridge send you to see Sidney Cooke?
Not Fernbridge, it came from higher.
I really need to know how fucking deep this thing gets.
Cook's,
and how fucking...
Cook's one of the worst, goes to one of the worst, but these are the worst people out in the world.
No, to you, I'm talking about experiences you had. Was Cooke was one of the worst.
Yeah, with the death, because he left me dead. And he killed me
man.
for 3 days. And they kept bringing me back alive for a couple of days. Like, when I say 3 days, it was 2 nights. But it seemed a week because...
Was you kept under some train station or something?
No, we kept in a basement
I thought, did Bill say something about you could hear trains or something?
Yeah, trains going by it and everything.
Oh, right.
Must have been. Was
We were in the cellar, underneath the cellar.
Yeah.
Right.
Fucking hell, what's that like?
He was handcuffed to a kid who's dead.
We weren't dead to start with.
Yeah, he was.
Really,
Is this
really
the 8-year-old kid?
Yeah, but I was only about, I think, no, he was 10. He looks younger than he was, but he was 10.
Yeah. Fuck.
And it's also, some of the media found out now, because they did the checks on what things and stuff and
I
everything.
feel lost.
And they know the lad,
You know,
the
my spirit is lost.
They took him off the street in London. He went from a children's home.
He just round him off the street.
They slammed him off the street. They did that quite a few times.
Just kidnapping, taking them, fucking doing what they want.
But that was,
Fucking.
he was just doing something on his own. Not for the group, it was his own. You know,
Cooke.
yeah. When they started doing things on their own, so a lot of people didn't like him. We went to the fairground and it was. We went to the fairground and we went to Sidney Cooke and Cooke says, "Well, I'll take care of him and everything." But there was an half-caste lad there, already there.
Mixed race kid.
Yeah, we're
Half-caste, what they used to call half-caste, which is now mixed race.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not being prejudiced a lot. It's just
No, of course not. I understand that, Andrew. So, you met Sidney Cooke. He's got a small mixed race kid with him. How old do you reckon the kid was?
10. No, he could have been 11, but I'm sure he was 10.
Right.
10 or 11.
So then what happened?
Nothing happened at the fairground. We went on all the rides. It was good because we went on all the fairground rides and you could go on all the rides for nothing and go around the fairground and anything you wanted, any store. You could have food to eat, they give us food and stuff.
So you were having a good time?
And it was brilliant, it was really good and everything and they were making us feel really good and everything. They were giving us money to put in arcade machines, you know, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like I'd say, give them some more money, but we want actually money, we like chips to put in, you know.
So they were treating you well? They were treating you well, making you laugh and making you feel good?
We went on the roller coaster, we went on Twister loads of times, around the Twister all the time.
That was Cooke's, he owned the Watsons.
Yeah. They even let us do the controls, in a controlled and drive the controls to make the ride go around.
Right, so he knew people, obviously. He knew that he was Fairground Sid, that's what he was called, weren't he? That was his nickname.
Do you want me to narrow the time frame down?
I would like to narrow the time frame, but what I'd like to say to the audience is, when Andrew tells his story to all us off camera, it's completely different. Now, there's many of you out there that haven't ever told a story on camera. Trust me, it is completely different. It's completely different telling your story on camera. He's nervous, okay? So, I'm going to help you now because I know this story. You was at the fairground.
Yeah, but do you want the time frame on this, Bill?
Yeah.
That would have been, we were narrowed, based on what Andrew told us back at NAPIC and our own investigations, we narrowed the time frame down to the summer of 1981, and it was on the day of, or just the day before, the royal wedding.
Right.
So we think we also know the identity of the little half-caste boy that Andrew's talking about, because he went missing the same day.
He was handcuffed to a kid who's dead.
We weren't dead to start with.
Yeah, he was.
Really,
Is
really
this the 8-year-old kid?
Yeah, but I was only about, I think, no, he was 10. He looks younger than he was, but he was 10.
Yeah. Fuck.
And it's also, some of the media found out now, because they did the checks on what things and stuff, and
I feel lost.
and they know the lad, they think they know the victim.
He's lost.
They took him off the street in London. He wasn't from a children's home.
They just round him off the street.
They slammed him off the street. They did that quite a few times.
Just kidnapping, taking them, fucking doing what they want.
But that was
fucking.
he was just doing something on his own. Not for the group. It was his own. When we was together, and I think that last night, and everything we was together, he was crying all the time for his mum. He said he loved his mum.
He was crying for his mum, and he said he loved his mum.
But
he was dead.
He told me he was taken from her before he was dead. He told me that to speak the why he was taking me back.
I want to go home to my mama.
Come on. Shut the doors and lock them tight. Now get below and get them crates ready. Give a bad boy.
See the article, I thought, fuck, this is the kid that Andrew woke up next to, dead. Fuck.
You're probably right, but
I bet I am, and the thing is, I'm reading the paper and his old man's saying, I believe Scotland Yard have helped cover up the death of my son, and I'm sitting there ripping my fucking hair out, man. Ripping my hair out, Andrew, going, this is the fucking kid. If only Andrew could talk to the fucking dad, man, and put the dad's mind at rest. You know what I mean? But I don't expect you to do that, you know what I mean? Like, the old Bill should be...
I don't know if it's the right, I want you.
It's got to be him. How many kids got took that day? You know what I mean? It's got to be him. Little mixed race kid, little Indianish looking kid. Little baby faced. He looks a bit Indian, yeah.
Half-caste, up there.
Half caste.
So you could say that's Indian, couldn't it? A bit Indian.
Yeah. Well, anyway, if you have a look on the internet when you can and type in Vishal, like Vishal, and the last name is Malhotra. Vishal Malhotra, and it was in the Mirror front page. Boy missing, 1981, Barnes Street. You'll see it anyway.
Might be him, yeah.
It's got to be him, man. It's got to be him. But once again, see, even that, like, that's just my view, and I reckon I'm right. But I don't want to push you on nothing, because I'm pretty sure anything you've told me, you've told all the old Bill anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think his name's any kid, because I think there's a name of the kid.
No, because Chris confirmed it for you.
Yeah.
Chris confirmed it for you, and he went, it might be, yeah.
Chris confirms a lot of things.
A bell rings a bell.
And it would get a big list of kids' names and stuff.
Did the name Vishnu Marat come out?
Rings a bell, it could. Possibly. Yeah. No. A bell rings a bell.
There couldn't have been two boys called Vishal, age 8, taken from Barnes Street on the way back from the royal wedding, and then I could, in my mind, I flipped back to the cabin interview with me and you. I'll just tell you what you said. Like, on the cabin interview with me from now, you then said that you went into it a little bit more. You said he weren't for the group. He was just taken off the street.
They took him off the street in London. He wasn't from a children's home.
They just round him off the street.
They slammed him off the street. They did that quite a few times.
Just kidnapping, taking them, fucking doing what they want.
But that was
fucking.
He was just doing something on his own. Not for the group. It was his own.
Andrew, can you just have a look at his picture and just confirm to me? Because it's the only way we're going to get anywhere, isn't it? Have a look at his picture, man, and just tell me if it's him. Let me go to Google. Right, let me go to Google and just, because it's the only way to do it. It's got to be, man. VISHAL. You know, only you know, like who you was next to. You know what I mean? And if you tell me that this is him, and you can't go forward because people are putting you under pressure, I fully understand, and I won't push you on it. Right? I won't. I promise you, I won't push you on it. But I know it's him. Right? Yeah, right. Yeah, this is him. Right, he's he's got like them milk teeth up the front, yeah. And the kid had that, yeah.